Meat City, baby.
So then we advance. You can see the Fog of War advances. So then we can take a peek behind that. We can see a Dooku squad and an Ewok squad with C-3PO. All right, so we're still planning to do the top route. We'll come down to Dooku, and we can see minions is not too bad. That's only for summon units, and over-prepared, so they get a little bit of a stat boost. One thing we haven't figured out yet is what the stat boost means. Are these modded characters, and then the stat boost is on top of that, or are they unmodded, and the stat boost is kind of mimicking, giving them some kind of modded stats? So a little bit of that is still left to play out. The last feat we have here is Jedi. And so now let's go ahead up here. We're going to attack Newt. Again, he's got the minion squad and over-prepared. And we do want to try Jedi. This is a little bit of a better team. Let's bring in Luke and some of our more powerful Jedi. And for this one, let's go ahead and bring in Barriss. We'll bring in a couple of lower characters to go with our higher ones to save some of that stamina. I think this should be enough. So the two data discs that I have buff up my leader really high, and that's Luke. And so he hits super strong right now. He can do some really, really good damage. So let's just let him blast these guys. And then quick follow-up from Gas, and we are in good control here. And then let's just do a call, and that should take out... Oop, not quite. Yeah, let's get Grievous down. And a simple cleanup here. And so one of the kind of interesting aspects of how this mode works is it doesn't matter how you survive or beat the battle in terms of future battles. Your health, your turn meter, your cooldowns don't carry through to the next battle. You want a 3-star, you want everyone to survive to get the 3 stars, but you don't lose the character. If they die, you haven't lost them for the conquest. You can win. If you win with one character left, you completed the node and you go on to the next. You just lose that stamina. So another thing to kind of keep in mind when you're trying to figure out how can you get through a node, can you squeak by with some lesser characters to save your stamina? Well, that's fine as long as you can get through the node. Okay, so now we're here. We're going to go ahead and take the Amplified Agony. And again, I'm not going to put that on just yet. I don't think these are worth it. But you can see my offense, I'm getting 40% offense twice for my leader. So Gas, Jedi Master Luke, all those guys that do some heavy hitting, General Grievous. Big damage from some of my leaders, which will help carry the day here. So we have made it to the final boss in Sector 2. And you can see it's a Beskar Mando-led team, and he's got the Armorer in there. And so bosses work a little bit differently. They have feats tied to their specific battle, in addition to the sector feats, in addition to the event feats. So you have to complete these within this specific battle. You don't have to do them all at once. You can do them over multiple attempts, but each one has a reward for it. So for this battle, we've got simple tricks: win without using more than 10 specials, win the battle with no tanks, and then remove from the enemies at least 500% turn meter total. So one of the big things that they need to improve with the event is a tracker. Whenever there's a feat going on, you need to be able to see what's going on. 500% turn meter, that's really tough to track. Like, I can count to 10 while I'm in the battle to try and remember how many specials I've done, but even that, there should be a counter updated in real time in the battle so you can track your progress in the feats. So what I'm going to try and do, I think a CLS-led Rebel team will do pretty well here. It should be able to nuke the enemy down pretty fast. I think there'll be no tank in that squad, and there is a pretty good amount of turn meter removal potential in there as well. So that's going to be the plan. It's not my strongest team, but it's a pretty strong one. I did remod. That's the other thing that you can take advantage of, is before every battle, if you want, you can move mods around. Your team is not locked into their effect. You can upgrade them, give them extra gear and relics, switch mods around, all of that to try and give yourself every advantage possible. The other thing we've got going on here is the modifier, which is an interesting one. I haven't seen this before. Boxed in, so we're going to get hit with healing immunity for the whole battle, and we're going to get hit with a dot at the start of each turn, and you can't get rid of either of those unless you attack. There's going to be a crate there in the battle, just a box as one of the enemies, and if you attack the box, you'll wipe the dots, and you'll also heal 10% and protection, and that's the only way that you're going to be able to heal. So that's interesting. That's a big twist that, you know, changes the way that a lot of teams work. CLS heals really well with Chewie in there with the guys who were guarded. That's not going to work now. So we'll have to see how that works. I'm guessing the box won't have turn meter, so we can't like remove the box's turn meter as part of it, but we'll see. Maybe it does, but I'm betting it will not. Okay, so we're gonna give this a shot. We have, let's see, it's specials, limit our specials, no tanks, and 500 turn meter removal total. Now again, the main goal here is to win, right? We can always come back and clean up the feats. We want to keep unlocking, keep progressing. We want to see the data discs behind this thing. Can we see them yet? Oh, we can now. Great. All allied units gain 33% offense and 27% critical damage. That's pretty good. I'd probably take that one. And that's probably worth equipping. 33% damage and crit damage, or offense and crit damage, is pretty good. So, main goal is to try and beat it. I think we'll be in there without a tank. And then we'll see how tough is this team to take out. If we're struggling, if it looks like the battle's going south, we're going to bail on those feats and just try to get the win. It is Beskar Mando, so they will have lots of that damage immunity popping up, and the armor's in there, so they're going to be getting the counter attacks, and they won't be able to be critically hit. So it's going to be, I think, a difficult battle. But let's see if our strategy works here and if we can complete it with Commander Luke and the rest of his team here. Okay, so we can see the crate in the back, and what does it say? Yeah, heal, health, and protection. All of the dots then are removed. All right, we've got some stacks on the armor, and we've got IG-11, who is really important to stun here. It could be the armorer. Cara Dune, it could be Cara Dune as well. Let's go ahead and start. Also, Quill can get the buffs going. Let's stun Cara first. And we got to take her out right away. Okay, great. I want to switch Commander Luke up here. And let's knock the armor's turn meter back because she's got 3 stacks ready to go. And let's call... Oh, we're getting them on the whole team. That's interesting. So if we attack the box, will we only clean the dots from this character? Let's see how that works. Right, okay, so only Chewie got the buffs taken off. So now, or Chewie and 3PO, I should say. So now if I do my slam with good Chewie, or with legendary Chewie, we should take out the armorer and then also damage the box, so his dots should come off and he'll heal. We are going to get hit next with Mando here, so let's try this. And now we want to knock back turn meter. No, we just killed him straight up. Okay, so now we can afford to slow down a little bit. I don't think these guys are a big threat. So let's get some of the dots off us. And... oh, that's interesting. C-3PO can't damage the box. So at some point... those dots are going to take him out. Unless his call to assist will work, I don't know. Alright, let's get the stun here. And we're going to knock back some turn meter. Let's get this first to get rid of the dots. Now, turn meter. Oh, we took him out. Alright, well, this might remove some turn meter. So we got through it with 3 stars. I think we got the no tank. I think we probably did not get anything else. Oh, and without 10 specials. Okay, so the only thing we missed was the turn meter reduction, and there's other teams that are better at that we'll bring back to try and clean that up. So we can see that we defeat Sector 2, and now let's see if we back out without... No, see, we have to... Okay, we have to collect our data disk at the end to unlock Sector 3. And I think we said it was going to be power, right? Yeah, if the enemy's already falling below health, we're already winning. And I don't really care about crit hit immunity for 1 turn. So we'll take power. And now, there we go. Sector 3 unlocks. So we can see 84 tickets. So it looks like, is this going to be a longer sector? That looks pretty long. And this actually is one of those, the middle here, deployable cooling systems. That's one of the good ones. This is the level 1 version, but the chance to reduce cooldowns is super powerful when you're gaining buffs. Okay, so that gets us through Sector 2. I think that's a good place to stop the video. It gives you a sense of the flavor. I gave you some of my early impressions. I think this is great. Like, this is fun. This is using my entire roster in interesting ways, in different ways, in thoughtful ways. There's strategy, there's planning, there's, you know, a little bit of RNG, a little bit of uniqueness. I really like how this is shaping up so far, but there are definitely some things that could happen that would sour the experience. If we start seeing feats, roadblocks, things like use a specific team at a specific gear level to do X, right? That would be bad. That would be a negative impact to the experience. But we haven't seen that so far, and I'm pretty excited about how this event is shaping up. The other problem is it is time intensive to get through a sector. You put in Galactic Grand Arena Challenge, Grand Arena on top of that. You put in territory battles on top of that, like I said earlier, and you're spending a lot of time on this phone game. We might need to stagger some of these events a little bit so they're not all going on at the same time. But for now, enjoying it, first time, lots of potential here. In good shape, could be in better shape. We need those counters, trackers for the feats within the battles. You know, some small quality of life tweaks and improvements. But overall, a pretty positive experience to start things out for Conquest mode in Galaxy of Heroes. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it too, or if not, you're getting your rosters ready. Let me know in the comments what you think, what your thoughts are. Good, bad, what's your gear level, what's your galactic power? What do you think of the future of this? Is it motivating you to get better, or is it just another thing for you to grind through? Looking forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.